Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave. The weather is getting better. Things are looking up. But this, not so much. Remember this guy? And the sheath? Elk Ridge ER088. I'm a big guy on forgive and forget. So that's what I'm going to do with Elk Ridge. What I'm going to do is keep these things. And this. Ooh, don't forget the stone. I've forgotten. We start again. Elk Ridge, the ER088 hunting knife, Skinner. Here goes. Well, as you saw in the intro, I'm forgiving and I'm forgetting. But I did see this guy. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give Elk Ridge another go. They just can't be that bad with knives. I don't know what it is with that knife, but it just did nothing for me. It spent me a whopping $18.25 on this guy. And this is the ER088 trademark stainless steel knife. Hunting with leather sheath. And look at that. It's not thick leather, but it's okay. It looks well made. And it's got the snap on. Here's the knife here. And as you can see, this is no bushcraft knife. It's a hunting knife. And by the shape of the blade, a Skinner. And it's not bad looking, and the sheath actually looks okay. It's not really thick leather, but I don't think that's a problem, as long as it holds the knife, doesn't fall out, and doesn't rattle. That works for me. On the sheath, you can see it has the Elk Ridge logo. The knife is really not that big. And you can see it there. And you can see they've got stuff on the blade. On this side it says Elk Ridge. And on this side, ER088 stainless steel custom design. The handle is wood with bone. It's not a big knife, you can see here. And it doesn't feel too bad. And as you can see, they have this little piece here, which I'm not sure about, but it doesn't really affect the way I hold the knife. It actually sits right between my first and second finger, so it's not a big issue. It looks well made. Stainless steel. Almost a drop point there. But it has this huge curve on it, which right away tells me it's for skinning, because that's how you would skin. The blade, 440 stainless steel. The grind looks just like a basic, straightforward, flat grind, and then it's got a clean edge on it, which feels okay. Kind of sharp. We'll check that. Full tang. You can see it all the way through there. Blade thickness, I'm going to say 1/8 of an inch. Let's have a look. Look at that, 1/8 of an inch. Length of the blade, the cutting length, just under 3 1/4, I would say. Depth, just under an inch. Not bad. Like I said, it's not a big knife. The whole total length, 7 1/4 inches. Bushcraft, no. Camping, maybe. Hunting, certainly. and it's not big. And I kind of like that idea of not being big. Just looking at it in the sheath here, going in the sheath and sitting on your belt, it's not going to be in the way. It's not a very big knife. Will it do the job? I'm not sure. Weight-wise, they say 0.43 pounds. Wooden handle with bone insert. So that's what they're saying, is that this is an insert and has the logos on it. 440 stainless steel, 1/8 thick, genuine leather sheath. What more can you say? I don't know. Cut that pretty easily. Sharp enough for me. Stainless steel, how well will it hold an edge? I don't know. But I feel that anybody who's serious about using a knife should be able to sharpen it. Says George, who's really bad at it, but I found a way around that, and I got me a workshop system which has really helped me out. So I'm not going to spend any more time just nattering about this thing. Like I said, $18. That's $20. You can't beat that. For this type of knife, I'm impressed right away. I want to go play with it. Let's cut some wood with it, see what we can do. Keep in mind, it's a hunting knife. It's not really a bush knife. So we'll put it through some basic chores. When you're out hunting, you're going to make a fire anyway. Can you deal with some wood? Get yourself a fire going? Let's find out. Here's the old Elk Ridge fire starter. Might as well use that. But we can use this. Let's see if we can go and start a fire. Or at least cut some wood and prep the wood. See where we can go. It's not a big knife. And one thing that I did like about it is it does have a lanyard hole. And they've got some very thin leather in here. But that lanyard hole, if you look there, actually has a brass ring in it. It's not just through the wood, they actually put a brass ring in there. Nice touch. So far, I'm impressed. So, let's go play. Okay, so here we are in the South 40. Let's play with this knife and see what it can do. Keep in mind, it's not a bush knife. And I know that's normally what I'm doing, or a camping knife. This is more of a hunting companion. Mainly because of the shape of the blade. It's obviously designed to skin. So let's give it a try. So here you can see the sheath. And like I said, it's not very big. Here's my opinel. And then the knife. It gives you an idea of the size. Seems to work fine, and it's a pretty big belt, and it fit on there just fine. I've got me a piece of wood here, and I've got a smaller one here, so we can actually maybe try and do a notch or two on it. We'll see how we do. It fits my hand pretty well. It's not very big. It's a nice size, actually. It's not too big and it's not too small. Get rid of the last mess. And here it is here. So the first thing I want to do is take the bark off here, which is kind of the type of motions you would use when skinning, I would think. Just sideways like that. And it's slicing right in there. Look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is pretty green, but still, it's slicing in there. I can't complain about that. Look at that. With bark like this, the handy thing is you can make it into cordage just by using this. It's certainly cleaning this up nicely. Look at that. Okay. We got a sharp edge around here. Let's clean that off. See if we can do that. Get it so you can see. Just taking the edges off here. Round this off a little bit. This is a small knife, so can't expect any heavy work out of it. But we can always try it, right? It rounded that off. No problem there. This is a pretty thick piece of wood, but I'm going to see the weight to chop with this, that's not going to do anything. It's just too light to chop with it this way. Didn't really affect the blade. That's normally how, if I had a knife this big and I was going to want to chop a piece of wood, to cut a piece of wood, I'd do it differently. I would bludgeon with it. So let's try that. The way I would do it would be, oh, look at that. It went right in. Wow. So I would work my way around doing it this way. I gotta tell you, it gets into this wood in a hurry. It's not a very hard piece of wood and it's wet, but still. There you go. Wow. Let's see what's left of the blade. It's still sharp, and it still cuts. Okay. How's this point? But this is not something I would normally do with a knife. Like this, certainly. Would I do that with my knife normally? No. Can I dig in with it? Still straight. Oh, we should be able to do a notching now, I'm pretty sure. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's see if we can get a notch in here. Just do a basic notch here quickly. See how it does. And how well it'll keep its edge. So we got a notch out of it. So it does that. If it can do that, it'll probably do any notch you need. Can we feather with it? Let's give that a try. Not the ideal piece of wood to feather with, but let's make it a little easier here and see how we do. This wood's very wet. This is not really a good test. Although it does make him nice and thin. Let's get a different piece of wood. Let's try this. See how long. Let's give it a try. Did the job. Not bad, nice and thin. That should work. So see how that blade's doing. Pretty good. Oh, it's not as sharp as it was. I can feel it. It's dulled it. To be on the positive side, if you're starting out with a knife, having a knife like this that'll lose its edge, give you lots of sharpening practice, which is probably a good thing. Not bad. It did everything I wanted it to do. That feels kind of 90. Let's see if it'll do a ferro rod job. And let's clean it off a little bit here. And see. Well, it strikes. You can tell that it's windy, right? So, but it's giving sparks. So that works. And yeah, just like most knives, a ferro rod doesn't do its spine any good, but it certainly strikes. I don't know what to tell you. I'm impressed. Well done. Elk Ridge, you've won me back. Which, by the way, I'm glad to hear, because the price on their knives, for a knife like this that can do all that stuff, less than $20. I'm in it for that. Just the price alone. I'm like anybody else. I'm always looking for a bargain that'll work. And I think this would work. You could even use it as a camp knife. And in a pinch, a bush knife. With the plus that it'll skin. What can I say? Elk Ridge. Custom made hunting knife and skinner. Stainless steel, the ER088. Not bad. I'll put a link below to the place where I got it, which is, yeah, you guessed it, Amazon. But don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. I might just be back. Someone else from Elk Ridge. If not, something sharp and shiny. Or a walkabout, fishing, camping, cooking, or just having a good time outdoors. Just say, thanks for watching. Be safe out there.